no intro right now. This is some important updates that we got to do right now. So, sorry, weird hour. Well, normal hour for you, weird hour for me. Oh boy, here we go. This is February 24th, and you can see our little object over here that's created a huge CME. I'm going to go ahead and put this into motion, and just watch the CME that comes off of this side right here. Boom, that's huge. And you see the second object, right? Because I say second object, boom, let's back up here a little bit. Where's the one good frame here? Right here. Okay, here you can see we have our CME spreading out, okay? You get this, what is it, like cone effect. Let me get my example. Okay, it's this effect right here of stuff spreading out and around a spherical object. Can you see it? Here is our spherical object right back here. I think if I go more frame, no, it's back. You can see it come out or pass by the sun, stretching out this huge CME. See it just wrapping around this spheroid? Then, as that passes above, you can see the secondary stellar core right there. Okay? That's our big object and its little trailing stellar cores. There's other little activity going on along with it. So, watch this, you guys. This is going to make you shit. Sorry, again, about the terminology, but so I go over here because I want to get an angle on this, what direction, but stereo A has no data. So I go over to my backup resource here, and lo and behold, here's stereo A, and let's play this real quick. Let me blow this up so you can see it too. Alright, that's probably pretty good right there. Let me go ahead and play this loop. This is February 24th. Here's our CME coming out, and it's currently underway right now as we speak. That's why I'm doing this right now, because we are under a we're under a warning right now. Okay, you can see our little dark object right here caught in this right now. Okay, that is a stellar core that's orbiting a much bigger stellar core. Okay, the bigger stellar core is so big and so dense that it absorbs and bends light. It doesn't reflect light, but when passing by the sun, plasma drapes over it, much like a tablecloth over an invisible table, exposing the shape and the curvature and the flow asymmetries in it. Okay, you guys, that's what's so important. Now, here's what's even more important, because you're going to, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. So, what's very important for my trajectories is our event. Okay, this is looking from our perspective straight on at the sun. Okay, come on, get to the vent. What's going on? Move, computer, move. Taking a sweet old time. All right, here's our event right here, right? I want you to look at the positioning of this, okay, and see the object and its trajectory. It's moving towards the camera, but to the left and just behind us, okay? So, to the left, just above and behind us, okay? Now, let's come over to stereo A so we can use our difference to compare. Wait a second. Here on stereo A, it's going off to the right and coming at stereo A. See this bigger round object coming at the camera? Okay? It's coming at the camera, not straight at it, but just above it and to the right, okay? So above and to the right of stereo A and above and to the left of our perspective. So now this is where it gets important, okay, you guys? We're coming over here. Right now, I want you to look at Argot's X-ray flux, all right? Oh, boy. We are currently under a nice, big, weird, long CME, all right? This is not your normal CME. It reached a pretty high M class here. We'll see that's not the 3.7, but, well, maybe. It seems to be a lot bigger than that, just like they reported last time. Anyways, we are currently undergoing this event right now, okay? Now, for the scary part. Sorry, it's scary. I'm not trying to scare you. The facts and reality are what is scary, okay? So let's come over to the CME tracker here and blow this up. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Now, please play this loop. Please play this loop. Give it just a second, folks. Bear with me. It's the computer. Come on, come on, come on. Lord, please help this load. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's trying real slowly. Anyways, while we're waiting for this to load, here's the Earth and here's stereo A, okay? We need a bigger display here. Okay, now we got you zoomed in. Okay, now see the CME and the direction it's going? Okay? Oh, come on. What? They just changed it? Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys saw what I just saw. What? Oh my God. I guess maybe I will trust in this a little bit more. Anyways, the important part that I'm trying to get to, sorry, this is getting me distracted. We need to focus on the trajectory. Remember I said to the left or to the right of stereo A and to the left of our perspective. Remember I was talking about this small zone just the other day, how hard this small little increment is to use as my variant measurable for my equations? This object is going right between the Earth and stereo A. It's going to go right through that very thin slot that I just mentioned the other day. Oh my God. All right, let me... Over here, do you see stereo A and stereo and the Earth? You see that thin little margin? This huge object's going to try to squeeze through that thin little thing, I think. All right? That's what it's looking like. That's how I get these trajectories. And when I see that, that rings alarm bells. And then I saw this CME coming off this way. And what I was trying to point out was this little yellow diamond represents the Bepi satellite. But pretend that this is our object moving in this trajectory. It would have caused that CME that was going out this way. And now also our secondary CME or whatever is going to make what direct impact on the Earth now? All right, you guys, wake up. This is coming our way, all right? It looks to go in between stereo A and the Earth, okay? On this, it looks really small, but out in space, it's a bigger gap, okay? But it's not the biggest gap in the world, all right? It's very, very small. I mean, it looks to go right between us. It's going to go close to the Earth. And now that this tracker has just updated this. All right, you guys. So, boom, you just witnessed what happened right there, right now, live on my stream. Okay? Whew. I need to sip. Hang on. All right, let's go back because I need you guys to see this and understand. Here is our vantage point. Do you see our big event is coming at us from the left of the sun, right? Its trajectory is to the left of the sun and coming at us. Over here at stereo A, it is to the right of the sun and coming at stereo A, but to the right of it, okay? God, let's get this Sorry, I'm getting frustrated. Okay, here's our object and its secondary object, and you can see the trajectory. If I could use this thing, like my arrow is coming at the camera like this direction, all right? It's going to go right over the corner of the camera right up here, all right? Boom, right over the satellite. Just to the right and above the satellite, just to the left and above the sun. Now, as we come back over here, I'm sorry I got to do it this way. Where did my thing go? There it is. Okay. To the right of stereo A and to the left of our perspective. That's that narrow little strip right there, you guys. What I'm trying to tell you is this is going to be a really close pass. I don't expect any kind of impact physically, but, well, its magnetic field is physically going to have an impact. All right, so this is, at this rate, it's due to hit in 3 days, and we are at the 24th, so I am going to put a warning out between now and the 27th to get your stuff together and get ready and brace for impact, okay? Brace for impact. Brace for impact. Right here. Boom. All right, and it's hitting us with probably a pretty good, the white band right there, okay? All right, so that's why I had to get on here and show you this right here, right now, because also over here on our Schumann, all right, this was yesterday. Here is today. We took another blast. All right, this was the brakes being applied. This is the core grinding, right? We absorbed another blast. Here's the core grinding again, okay? Squealing really loud. You see these spikes, okay? I'm trying to show you how to read this instrument. Our worry is the 8.0 frequency line. We don't want to see that disappear. And if you look after the last application of the brakes, you can see it's getting pretty weak, but it is still there, which is good news. But we do not need another impact like what is coming our way next. There will be more screeching. There will be more of this. It might stop the core. The magnetic field might fall again. We might have to pull flights down again. You're going to have radio blackouts again. UV rays penetrating to low level down to the ground. All right, you're going to have, oh boy, the whole list. You know those lists that I made you make? Go look at that list. The reason why I had you write it down is so you'll know what side effects to expect. You understand how it's working now? How I'm trying to do this? Okay? It's very complex and it's very hard, but I think you guys are grasping it because I'm trying to report it as simply and plainly as I can. All right? To make it understandable. I had another thing to show you about volcanoes. Let me just get right to this first. Oh, come on, camera. Stay right there. All right. Let's just pull back. Okay, we're coming right to America. Look at this bleeding dioxide, sulfur dioxide, okay? Hemorrhaging, bad. Sulfur dioxide, this is pressure pushing this gas from underneath the crust up through the cracks in the little perforations and gas seeping out. This is magma expanding up to the underside of the crust, pushing the gases out first, okay? I've explained this lots of times. Oh, that's what we need to do. Just kind of take a little tour around the planet because right now over in China, things have really picked up, okay? I have a feeling they're about to have some kind of earthquake, volcanic eruption, some kind of geophysical event, okay? Because look at this. This is not good. It's relieving a lot of pressure, it's relieving a lot of gas, but it's also poisoning the people over there. If you see this cloud that's blowing off, the winds are carrying this out aloft over the Pacific, okay? This stuff is going around the world eventually. Look at how it's hemorrhaging up here. See all these streams are just blowing, the wind's blowing all this stuff. You would find the list on the previous videos that I did, going back probably, I can't even remember when we started the list. It's around, I'll research that and bring it to you in the next video. But you have to go back in, it's probably like 7 or 8 videos back, maybe possibly 10 by now, because I've been doing so many updates, okay? You'll see when I tell you, the list was actually formed by Ben from Suspicious Observers. The list is actually side effects that the other planets are experiencing. That's why I made the list. It's the side effects that the sun and other planets are experiencing, and if they're experiencing them, we would be experiencing them too. So thus, the list shows you what to look for, okay? That's why I had you guys write the list down, so when you see stuff in the news, you can check it off, go, yep, Brian was right. That was on the list. Here's another one. And then as you guys, as freelance reporters, catch that stuff, you send it back to me saying, yep, you were right. Here's an incident, or here's something you missed. Here's another incident displaying what you're describing. You know, that's why you guys are on a team, right? We're all a team, okay? And some can sit back and watch, and others who understand can help. It's okay, either way, all right? As long as you're here trying to grasp this, all right, and share it with others and warn them, because this is a warning channel. I'm not here to, like, impress you guys, okay? This is not about me and my ego trying to impress you. This is more about knowledge, data, facts, and theories. We do scientific method here. We take theories, we run them through experiments, we get results, and then we try to copy those results, thus proving our theories, okay? We're using scientific method on this channel, not a bunch of bullshit. Okay, never mind. Back to where I wanted to show you. Let's, no. While we're here, I need you guys to, this is a very good channel to follow as well, Geology Hub. This man is a volcano expert, okay? You want to know more about volcanoes, come over to here and listen to Geology Hub. This man knows everything about every volcano and its history on the face of the planet, okay? Very knowledgeable man. And where was it that I wanted you guys to hear? Oh, I think we're right here at the very beginning. So listen closely. I'm using this for educational purposes.
2023, the alert level was raised at a volcano within the United States, which has produced 2 of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in all of North America since the end of the last ice age.
Did you hear that?
The volcano I'm referring to is known as Aniakchak, and looking at its edifice from satellite, you can see that something catastrophic once occurred here. Whereas there used to be a 7,000-foot high glacier-covered stratovolcano, there is now only a massive 6-mile wide and slightly more than 2,000-foot deep hole in the ground referred to as a caldera. Ever since its 2 caldera-forming eruptions occurred, eruptions within it have been infrequent, but when they do occur, have been for the most part highly explosive. For example, Aniakchak's last eruption occurred around 100 years ago in 1931 and was about 1/3 the size of the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens. Or its last verified eruption before 1931 occurred in 1531 and was a bit more than twice the size of its 1931 eruption. My point is that simply, while this volcano has produced smaller eruptions, if its current period of unrest did result in an eruption of a highly explosive magnitude, aka that of a VEA4 or perhaps higher, would be surprisingly likely, meaning an event larger than what Mount Redoubt produced between 1989 and 1990 would be expected. With this being said, let us discuss why the alert level was raised at Aniakchak in the first place. After all, this was the first time its alert level had been raised since it last erupted in 1931, so volcanic unrest episodes at this complex could be best distinguished as rare. The primary reason for the sudden change in alert level via an increase from green to yellow was numerous earthquakes which were suspected to be volcanic in origin. Intermittent weak earthquake storms had been occurring underneath the Aniakchak.
Just real quick, this chart shows the seismicity of this volcano, right? And it, been really quiet, but it starts picking up in 2022. And I don't know if you can see this very last spike goes clear up to here. All right, let me just zoom in so you don't think it's the line on the box, that it's actually the graph. Okay, can you see it now? All the way up to here, this little point. Let me go in a little tighter. Can you see it now? All right. So the biggest volcano that's produced the biggest eruptions in the continental United States is now active, or is now having an earthquake swarm. All right. So now let me back out of this, and we're almost done with this video. One more thing.
A rate of less than once a month since January of 2022. However, these quakes did not occur in larger than clusters of 5 and occurred at depths of greater than 10 kilometers or 6 miles, with the entire volcano averaging approximately 4 earthquakes a month. Then, in late October 2022, the number of earthquakes notably increased while also occurring at around 5 kilometers depth. Over the next few months, more minor swarms occurred which got slightly shallower and shallower until it reached January 31st of 2023. On that date, the number of daily earthquakes jumped to more than the number which would typically occur in a 3-month time span. This high rate has continued until the present, aka February 24, 2023, and is still ongoing as of the writing of this video. Not only are these earthquakes occurring at high rates, including a larger magnitude 3.7 event on February 17th, but they are also occurring at incredibly shallow depths of less than 5 kilometers or 3 miles. While a number of events could be causing this unrest, here is my opinion on what might be occurring. Like many volcanoes between eruptions, Aniakchak has been most likely receiving a steady influx of molten rock into its presumably large volume complex magma chamber. This has slowly been refilling one or more of its magma chambers with background seismicity occurring due to the influx of material. However, over the past year, one of these magma chambers might have become increasingly close to full and higher pressurized. This pressure continued to grow until a notable effect occurred on January 31st, 2023, when dike propagation may have begun at a low intensity as a minor amount of rock at the top of the magma chamber fractured and small amounts of molten rock intruded into it, creating the recent earthquake swarms. On a scale of 0 to 10 on what this volcanic unrest exactly means and how unusual it is, I have assigned Aniakchak's unrest as of February 23rd of 2023 as a 5, and I want to note that this does not mean a 50% chance of an eruption, as the scale is subjective, and thus ends my opinion, which could be proven wrong later on.
Okay, did you guys see this little example that he showed here? Where to go, boom? All right, the pressure is coming from down below, pushing up, is filling these magma chambers, right? When these magma chambers fill up, the gas that's in them squeezes out, goes up through the ground, and seeps from the ground, all right? The pressure is pushing the magma up. The gas is escaping. Pretty soon, the magma comes next, okay, you guys? Not just this volcano. We're looking at this activity on every volcano on the face of the planet, because pressure is coming all the way around the face of the planet on the underside of the crust. You're going to see volcanic activity like this increasing at all these different sites. Even dormant volcanoes that they thought were extinct might come back to life. And when we see dormant stuff, not active ones like this that are, have a history, a recent history, but ones that have no activity for a long time, starting to rumble and coming to life, you're going to know that this pressure is causing that, all right? So, and now we're seeing signs of this pressure here at this volcano. This volcano is possibly about to erupt, all right? And now look for this kind of activity at a volcano near you. Okay? Because there is a volcano near you, no matter where you live on the face of the planet. Usually it's one of the only places to escape is, underwater, but they're still there too. So this is activity that's going to be spreading and increasing in activity, especially after this impact hits us. Okay? I am telling you, within 3 days, On the 27th, we're going to see another squealing of the brakes. We're going to absorb more. We're going to absorb more. There's going to be another squealing of the brakes. That is also going to cause the magma to rise, okay, causing volcanoes and earthquakes, okay. We are not even close to being finished with this. This has just begun and it's only increasing, all right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to give you a heads up and warning. You guys can see what's coming. And with these latest calculations, this compared to this, I don't even have to do math anymore. God just did the math for me and threw the object right down the bowling alley lane. Just threw our object right in between this tight spot that I was just talking about the other day. I mean, this is happening for a reason, and you guys haven't fully understood yet, and I'm trying to explain so you will fully understand. So tonight, when I come back later, I want you to watch this next dot. This next dot is very important. In fact, it's a gift for every single one of you, okay? All of my viewers have been very loyal and very supportive, and for that, I want to give you a gift tonight. So make sure you tune in tonight when I do my next report or whatever to receive your gift, and also the ninth dot as well. And this is a gift that is just for you, all right? And you can then re-gift it and give it to your loved ones, your friends and family as a gift. Okay? So it's a gift that keeps on giving. All right? And I think you'll understand when we get there. Right now it doesn't make sense, but when we get there, I'll show you the gift. If you receive it, that's awesome. If you don't receive it, well, it's a waste. It's a real waste. Anyways, keep you guys intrigued and keep you coming back for tonight's report, because we left off on the 7th and 8th dot. We're at the 9th dot tonight. This is one you don't want to miss, because tomorrow night we will connect the dots and you guys will see a invisible picture come true, or come to life, so you can see it. All right? Okay, I think that's it for right now. Did I cover everything? I covered that volcano. I covered... Yes. Sometimes I wrap up the stream too soon, and I go, oops, there was something I forgot to add. Yes, it was. There was. It was this. I was trying to pull up the GFS model last night because the West Coast is getting hit with storm after storm after storm now. I'm out in this region, and I know a lot of you are, so we are going to play this loop, and I want you people in this area to watch at these uppercuts coming up and heading your way, bringing you guys tornadoes and just extreme weather, okay? This is of the utmost importance, so I'm going to play this. Now, we'll just kind of leave it at this so you can see the time and the dates compared to the frames, all right? And we're just going to let that loop play for a minute. You pick out your spot, and you watch the dates, and I don't even know what to say anymore. But this is a reaction from the troposphere up above that's going the opposite direction, pushing down on the lower atmosphere. I'll think of it. So, how do I check? Sorry, I was reading the chat room. How do I check what? I see KY Blue Eyes Girl. How do I check what the instrument? All right. Well, anyways, I'm moving on. So if you ask it again, I'll try to answer it. You can see we had some icing right here in Texas. All right, this is giving snow to LA, Mexico. Then when it comes through here, it's going to do another huge icing event. As if you guys haven't had just 2 icing events or whatever. Here comes another one, all right, and a bigger one. Here's tornadoes. This is going to wreak havoc all through that area. These storms are no longer just your simple storms. These things are magnified now. Look at this. Here's another band, and here's another band forming. Oklahoma, Texas, all this area, like I showed you on those winds, is now it's coming. All right, here's the weather. This is their 16-day outlook or something like that. And this will change. This is not set in stone, but this is very important to study the flow asymmetries so you guys can get a grip on what is really happening and what is coming your way. You can pick out your spot in the country. You can pick out your relative spot. You can, pick out your relative spot. If they're in the middle of this, you give them a warning. You tell them at 4 p.m. on February whatever, you're going to be getting a tornado. You're going to be receiving ice. You're going to be receiving snow, all right? We're going to have to revert to this a lot more because this are the physical effects that you guys will be experiencing physically in your physical realm, not spiritually, but physically, and it will break you down spiritually. After a while of icing and no power and this and that, backed up by another and another and another, it's going to break you down spiritually too as well. So stay strong, you guys. Lots of praying. Hold on tight, okay? And this model has not even considered our bigger object moving by, so I expect this activity that's already intense to increase in intensity as we get closer to that date, okay? If I'm wrong, I will eat my shoe, or I will eat crow or whatever. I'll apologize publicly. I have no problems with that. You've seen I have no problems making corrections and fixing mistakes and moving forward. I want you guys to use your own observational skills now that I've taught you, or that you have acquired, to watch closely. See the signs. The signs are all around you. It's just, can you see them and interpret them correctly? Okay, this one right here, that storm, when it comes through, look at the icing it's going to do up in there. You know what, let me, I'm not doing my job. I want to freeze frame. Oh, look at this right here, okay? This is a gnarly mess, but I'm looking for the icing event. I think I passed it. Here's some right here. All right. Backwards. We're going forward in reverse here, guys. I like to do that. This one right here. All right. This bad boy, when it moves through, we're talking, it starts off, right? Well, the day before, kind of here, kind of backs up, doesn't back up, but then starts to formulate back here, gets stronger. This is Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, that whole little area. This is huge. It gets even bigger, tighter, and worse. Right here, this pink is icing. Is going to icing up in New York, right on New York City, right in the capital, right here. Yeah, you guys are going to get punished, dude. This part of the country must be in big trouble because they're getting punished. So hold on tight. You see these storm after storm here on the West Coast. This one kind of goes up there, but its tail keeps things going. We got moist air coming in with these. Moist air coming in here, cold air coming in here, combining over this region. Here's an icing event in freaking Texas, okay? Backed up. Now we're going forward. See how this event unfolds here in Texas? And that's a pretty good size region. I mean, Texas is a big state. That's a lot of area that's going to be experiencing icing, as well as tornadoes. Wow. Both at the same time. Amazing. Amazing. I told you our weather is about to get weird, guys, and here's an example of. So you guys in Texas, I want you guys to be aware around. Well, it starts March 9. Okay, starts on March 9, goes through the 10th, into the 11th. Okay, so that's a pretty decent long event right there for Texas. Okay. I think that was it because, yeah, that was the other instrument I forgot to use to report. You know, I'll probably end up having to do another update later on tonight with my scheduled show. So we have a lot coming more tonight, more updates on all these instruments, more the ninth dot you do not want to miss. If you miss the ninth dot, you don't get your gift, your free gift, free of charge. You don't have to donate. You don't need to spend money. It's probably the most valuable gift you could ever give. I'm going to give you a priceless gift that you can give to your friends and family. Okay? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's because I love you guys. That's why. That's why. It's because I love all you guys. Even though I snap at you guys sometimes in the chat room, it's because I love you. It's called tough love. All right. That's it for right now. I'm sorry. I got to go. I got to cook dinner, and then I will be back. Bye. Love you all. God bless you all. Until my next video. Bye.